Assalamu alaikum, I'm Aisha and you're watching SAMAA News. Here are today's headlines. Chinese President Xi Jinping has warned US President Donald Trump that mishandling the Taiwan issue could push relations toward conflict. The warning came during a lengthy closed-door meeting between the two leaders at a summit focused on trade and strategic tensions. While both sides said progress was being made in trade talks, Beijing stressed that Taiwan remains a highly sensitive issue in US-China relations. US President Donald Trump has held what the White House described as a productive meeting with Chinese President Xi Jinping. Officials say the two leaders discussed expanding market access for American businesses in China and increasing Chinese investment opportunities. The talks also included regional security, with both sides agreeing that the Strait of Hormuz must remain open to global shipping. Chinese President Xi Jinping has urged closer cooperation with US President Donald Trump, calling on both countries to avoid confrontation and build a brighter future during high-level talks. Xi said the world is undergoing rapid transformation and warned against rivalry between major powers, stressing that China and the United States should act as partners rather than adversaries. He also congratulated the United States on its 250th independence anniversary, saying both nations share broader common interests. Trump responded positively, calling Xi a great leader and saying it was an honor to meet him. He suggested that US-China relations could improve significantly through direct engagement between the two leaders. The talks also touched on trade, with both sides reportedly exploring a potential structured agreement to reduce tariffs on selected goods while avoiding sensitive sectors. Voters in parts of eastern England where Labour suffered heavy losses say Prime Minister Keir Starmer should resign, citing broken promises and repeated policy U-turns since the party's 2024 general election win. Many pointed to the scrapping and later reversal of winter fuel payments for pensioners as an example of inconsistent decision-making that has damaged public confidence. In Thurrock, where Labour lost most of its council seats to Nigel Farage's Reform UK, voters and some Labour lawmakers said Starmer lacks a clear vision and is failing to rebuild trust. Critics argue the leadership crisis reflects growing political frustration across traditional Labour areas. The United Arab Emirates has denied reports that Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu made a covert visit to the country during recent US-Israel tensions with Iran. The UAE state news agency WAM said its relationship with Israel is public and transparent under the Abraham Accords, rejecting claims of any secret diplomatic activity as baseless unless confirmed by official authorities. The denial follows Netanyahu's office claiming he held a secret meeting with UAE President Sheikh Mohammed bin Zayed, which it described as a historic breakthrough, without providing details. The UAE reiterated that all engagement with Israel is conducted through formal and publicly known channels. Iran's Foreign Minister Abbas Araghchi has accused Kuwait of unlawfully attacking an Iranian boat and detaining 4 Iranians in the Gulf, demanding their immediate release. Kuwait says the men were linked to Iran's Revolutionary Guards and were arrested while trying to enter the country by sea, as tensions continue simmering despite the ceasefire. Russia says it is establishing a full partnership with Afghanistan's Taliban-led government and is encouraging wider regional engagement with Kabul. A senior Russian official said cooperation with Afghanistan is important for regional security and economic development. Russia was the first country to formally recognize the Taliban administration following its return to power in 2021. Pakistan has received a fresh $1.3 billion tranche from the International Monetary Fund under the EFF and RSF programs, providing support to foreign exchange reserves as budget talks for the new fiscal year officially begin. The amount was received by the State Bank of Pakistan and will be included in the country's foreign exchange reserves for the week ending May 15th. According to details, $1.1 billion has been received under the Extended Fund Facility Loan Programme, while $200 million has been received under the Climate Financing Programme. US President Donald Trump has said that Americans' financial struggles are not a factor in his decision-making as he seeks to negotiate an end to the Iran war.
saying that preventing Tehran from acquiring a nuclear weapon is his top priority. Asked by a reporter to what extent Americans' financial situations were motivating him to strike a deal, Trump said, "Not even a little bit." Before departing the White House for a trip to China, he said the only thing that matters about Iran is they can't have a nuclear weapon. He added that he didn't think about Americans' financial situation or anybody.
At least 12 people, including 2 children, have reportedly been killed in a series of Israeli strikes across Lebanon. The attacks targeted vehicles in southern Lebanon and areas near Beirut as fighting between Israel and Hezbollah continued despite a US-mediated ceasefire. The violence comes ahead of a new round of US-backed talks between Lebanon and Israel. Russia has launched a major daytime drone assault on Ukraine, killing at least 3 people and targeting critical infrastructure across several regions. Ukrainian officials said the strikes were aimed at overwhelming air defenses, while neighboring Poland scrambled fighter jets as a precaution amid the escalating attacks.
That's all for now. For more updates, visit www.samaa.tv. Thank you for watching SAMAA News.